Okay. Welcome back to anyone that might be joining me for the second stream of the day. We are picking up from where we left off, currently positioned at gate 62 here at Palma del Mallorca. We, for those that joined me for the previous stream, parked just here next to us in the Fokker F28 Mach 4000. We're going to hop on over into the PMDG 737-800 in the colors of Air Europa Express. And we'll make our way to the beautiful city of Nice on the southern coast of France. The end goal today is to make it out to Corfu, or at least it was. But unfortunately, due to real-world commitments, more specifically, my car is due to return from its service later this afternoon. I'm not sure I'll be able to make it out to Corfu before that time, if all goes well, that is. So I think instead we'll make our way up to... we'll see. I'm thinking we go to Milan, or we'll take the Airbus A310 in the British Airways colors and fly into Heathrow or something like that. Just to kind of end off the day of streaming. But yeah, if anyone is online, feel free to provide me with a suggestion as to what destination to fly to. Like I said, we might keep it to Milan or Heathrow or somewhere in Switzerland. If I'm really feeling like we could do it, which again, I don't think there's enough time in the day to make it out to Corfu. I'd really like to jump back into the MD-80. It's been a while since I've flown that aircraft, but for now, let's jump back into our 737-800 and start setting things up for our flight to Nice in France. So I've already connected to the external power unit outside the aircraft. The INS units are still busy aligning, so for those obviously not familiar, to align the RS units, you would turn them on up here. You set them to nav mode. There's only 2 of them in this aircraft, as opposed to 3 that you would find in our Airbus A320. You would put in the reference airport, which in our case is LIPA or LEPA, and you would set the IRS position to one of our GPS coordinates, normally the left one. And we can confirm that this is correct by cross-checking obviously with the second GPS unit, and also just double checking with the sign outside the aircraft. So 39, 32, 9 north, 32, 30, 32, 39, 32, 9. Yeah. 244, 2. You see? Beautiful. Love it. It's amazing. Flight simulation is amazing. One thing you might notice is that I do not seem to have the new PMDG tablet. I'm not sure if there's a click spot for it. I did one flight in the aircraft already and it was there by default, and for some reason today, after last night's update, or should I say after updating it last night, I don't see it anymore. I don't know if they've removed it or what happened. I didn't read any news about it. But yeah, so no tablet today. I'll be using the one that I have in front of me in real life. So yeah. Let's get things going here. So we'll call for the refueling truck. And start setting things up for our flight. So, if I'm not mistaken, I did download the latest. I am mistaken. So we just download the latest flight plan. I will go to the route page here and start setting the aircraft up for our flight up north. So Lipa, LFMN, the flight number is Europa 738. Let's just wait for the fuel truck to set itself up here. So, oh my goodness, they're typing it in for me. Check that. That's new. Did I hear my phone go off? Let me just double check here. Don't think so. That's new. Is it actually now refueling? No ways. Listen to it. You can actually hear it. Wow, check that out. It's a pity it doesn't do that animation where it plugs in physically to the aircraft, but whatever. We are busy refueling, and we should be able to see this being a thing here. Although, oh right, it's already done. Because that's how the PMDG system works. So it's fine. Let's see. So to continue on here, we're going to be departing off of... Actually, before we do that, let's get our IFR clearance. So I believe ATC is online still. 119250 is the ATIS. 119250. Let's just check our radios here quickly. Check, check. Check, one, two. Check, check.
Check.
Okay, that sounded a little bit choppy, but we'll hope that's okay. So 11905, let's see. We can hear an ATIS. I'm gonna grab the notes page here on my tablet to see if I can write things down. Like a quick clear function here. Did I type it in wrong or what's going on? 119250. Yes, I did. 119250. So we're going to get the ATIS, the weather.
Surface wind 220 degrees, 6 knots. Variable between 190 and 260 degrees. Visibility 1, 0 kilometers or more. View 3,000 feet. Temperature plus 22. Dew point plus 16. QNH1017. This was Palma on the Lorca Airport ATIS Information Delta. This is Palma on the Lorca Airport ATIS Information Delta. At time 1000. Departure runway 24 right. Arrival runway 24 left. Expect ILS Zulu approach runway 24 left. Transition level 070. Surface wind 220 degrees, 6 knots.
Hold on, what am I doing? There we go.
1017. This was Palma on the Lorca Airport ATIS Information Delta. This is...
So I got the question, or the answer to the question that I had as to which runway we will be using. So it was the one, or it is the one that we are anticipating. So I'm just going to set up my tablet here again so that I can get the flight plan loaded up onto here. Import from SimBrief. There it is. So it's going to be 24 right, and it's going to be the Miros 3 Alpha departure. Yeah, Miros 3 Alpha. 3 Alpha. I don't know, was there 2 of them? Go back to the route. There's Miros, and then we're just going to basically go ahead and we can use this guy, UN853, UN853. Lumas UM976. MRM UY122 Ablac. And then it's going to be for the arrival 04 left. Black 7 Romeo. I just need to figure out the transition. So we're going to be landing 04 left here. I'm just checking ILS 04 left. Which one is it? So we're going to come in. See here, where does, okay, MUS is where we get left by the star. So I'll take, yeah, ILS 04 left MUS. We can go and check things out here. Okay, great. So I'm going to go ahead and activate it. I'm happy with that. Shouldn't have done that actually because I need to get my IFR clearance first. So let's do that quickly before we go further. Information Delta. What does he call him? So what's the call sign of this guy? Oh, no ways. He just logged off. Are you freaking kidding me? Man, these guys, I swear. Okay, back to the Unicom. And let's continue setting the aircraft up. So we have our, you know what, actually, I'm really angry that this tablet isn't showing up because, you know, how am I supposed to get my performance data set here? Wait, how do I, is there something I'm missing? Is there a PMDG tablet? Let's just see if there's any news about this that I'm missing. 1 month ago, 4 days ago. Show tablet? Oh, maybe that, would that be a setting in the... I mean, is that a setting here, maybe? Also, MDG setup, options, simulation. Seriously, what happened? Why do I not see the Honeywell, Wonderland? Is there a click spot for this thing? I don't have time to go through all of these settings. I'll put eyebrow windows, I like them. There it is, flight tablet. No ways. There she is. Okay, we can do our performance tools. But yeah, first things first. So route is in. Let's get the passengers loaded here. Is that going to get rid of the jet stair, air stair, jet bridge, whatever you call it? Doesn't look like it. Looks like it's going to stay put, which is nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, we will do the performance unit once we have a better idea of what that's going to be. Once the we'll just board the passengers just to keep things moving. So let's get the rest of our aircraft set up here. I can't remember which fuel pump to put on. I think it's that one for this guy. And before we do that, let's just do the fuel alarm, fire alarms here. Specifically just looking for the APU one and the cargo one. Where is the cargo one? There. Alright, happy. I already did check all the lights. We'll get the see if we can hear our one of my favorite startup sounds is that of the APU. It's just a pity they're also freaking like soft. Let's push up the volume here a little. There we go. People are going to start boarding, right? Do they come into the aircraft or no? Yeah, there they come. That's cool. They're actually making their way down. Did I see another aircraft? Yeah, back there. That is cool. I love this, when this stuff works. Alright, anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. We'll get back to that. Let's get the rest of the autopilot set up here. So I'm going to open up Navigraph for you guys. Oops, why did I close it? Let's get it showing for you guys. Bam. Alright, so you guys can kind of see, again, for those who have not used it before, just kind of how it works. You go to your flights. If you've created a flight plan from SimBrief, you can import it straight from the website. Alright. And normally, for some reason, it doesn't really include the approach here. So we said, because the arrival takes us all the way to MUS, Mike Uniform Sierra, I'm going to choose the ILS for 04 left that starts from there as our transition. And now you can see this is how we will approach the airport. You can see it sort of avoids this circle. Is what it looks like it's doing. I don't know what that means. Maybe there's parachuting happening there or something. I know there's like, I think there's a military base here somewhere. So that's how we'll be flying. And that's what we put into the aircraft systems here. So for the departure, we're just going to double check to make sure we don't have any altitude restrictions or maximum ones. They're just minimum, so that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and put in our cruise level of, I believe it was 340. We'll leave 100 there just as a reminder for me to double check that. In the meantime, that's what I'm going to put into the pressurization system. I believe it was 20 feet above sea level, or what was it? Yeah, 30. So we're going to keep it at 0 for the elevation here. Well, let's do 50. It's, I guess, closer to 50. All right, so let's get onto the APU while we're here and put on one of the packs to start cooling things down for everyone inside the aircraft. Otherwise, I think that's it. Refueling is complete, so we're going to go ahead and put on the fasten seatbelt sign as well as the smoking sign, or just the chime only as it's called lately. As you can see, it's very hot in the cabin actually, so I think we're allowed to put 2 on, so let's go put 2 on here. There you can hear it picking up, so that we can just bring the temperature down for the passengers there in the back. It's freaking boiling there in the back. Then go ahead, disconnect the ground cart. And we're going to go ahead and put in the local QNH setting. Alright, so we're going to be taking over runway 25 right. I forgot you guys probably still see this, so that's fine. We're going to go ILS Zulu. I'm going to bookmark that just in case we need to return to the airport. In fact, yeah, we'd probably be returning on left, but anyways, 237. Same as the other runway. Speed is going to be around like 150, 160 for now. We're going to just leave it at that until we do our performance calculations. We can go ahead and put on the flight directors. The pressurization's done. The heating systems are as they should be. So yeah, let's get our performance figures here from SimBrief. Zero fuel weight needs to be, let's just see if it matches with the aircraft here. Zero fuel weight needs to be 57. Wow. Is GSX actually putting this in for me, or what's happening? And the block fuel needs to be 7374. We got 75, which is, I guess, even better. Weather, like we said, or seen here at LIPA, or heard on the radio just now. Beautiful day for flying. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put in 57. Zero fuel weight here. The fuel, well, I guess we have to put in the planned fuel weight, right? Let's put in 7.4. But then it makes my gross weight wrong, so let's put in 7.5. And then the reserves will be the combination of FinRes and all 3 abouts. Cost index, I like 50. It's probably giving me a really crappy one. Oh, 68's okay. Yeah, 380. I don't know why. SimBrief was filing me at 300, so as a precaution, I kind of just went 340. We'll keep it at 340 for now. The winds at the top of climb is 315.884. I love this little plugin. It's very, very nice. Top of climb temperature is minus 52. Wow, that's in there already? What's going on? Transition altitude is 6,000. And yeah, let me get rid of this Navigraph chart for you guys. There we go. So that's all in. We're going to execute that in one limit. So the way this works, because I haven't actually used this thing here properly, so let's make sure the flight plan is actually imported. There it is. Very nice. And now we can go import from OFP. Okay, it doesn't look like it's going to do it. We're going to do 24 right. Dry. Aircraft. Let's import from the aircraft here. Where's the settings page for this thing? I don't want. Is everything in kilograms? I mean pounds here. Or kilograms? It's kilograms, right? Yeah. So why are you still in pounds? Not Celsius. Kilograms. All right. Back to the performance tool here. So we have to redo this. 24 right. Import from aircraft actually. So takeoff Optimin, rating Optimin, anti-ice off, packs will stay on. It's a hot day. Weather will import and let's calculate. It's very quick. So what do we want first? So we'll do the derate temperature of 43. We will then put in climb rating of 1. How does this work? Does it actually tell me what derating to use? Yeah, TO1. Okay, cool. So takeoff 1, climb 1, select the temperature 43. I've actually used this thing before. I think that's it. We can go to takeoff here. Flaps 5. The CG is... where was the C? I feel like, yeah, 22.5. Let's see if that puts it in there for us. Yeah, that's great. And then we should have 139, 140, 145. Wow, they're actually matching up exactly now. Runway wind, I mean, does it tell me that? Do I really need to put that in? Let's put in the weather here. 220 at 6. That wants me to check the things here. It wants me 140, 140, 145. I just added a knot to it. That's fine. Okay. That's it. So the route is in. Takeover information. Oops. Yeah, we can turn it off for now, I guess. Yeah, we're all ready to go here on the outside. They've closed everything up for me, so we'll just double check that all the doors are closed. We'll close the main door. Ground services. I don't know if they have to charge the brake pressure on the ground, so we'll just select a pump here and see if that's... Will that pressurize the brakes for me? There it does. All right. So we'll make it okay for them to remove the chocks in a second. So my planned altitude was 340. So we're going to stick to that for now. And everything else is there. What is our V2? 145. So we'll go plus 20, so 165. So why not? And because we're close to the ground, or the sea level rather, I'm going to go ahead and put in the 1,000 foot sort of marker for us. This takes forever, so if I'm like at an airport that's like at 5,500 feet above sea level, I don't bother doing this. I think we're getting that flight control warning just because the hydraulic pressures are low again because I've turned off the pumps, which is fine. It's normal for this type, for this part of the flight. Okay, I think we're ready to go. We just do one more check to make sure the 8C didn't pop off briefly, but yeah, he's off for good, it seems. So let's get going. I think that's it, right? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Let's call up some checklists here before we get going. Why don't we? Do I have them on my saved on the drive here, or do I have to go? Yeah, I don't have it, so I'll have to go to my Google Docs here quickly. Bear with me. What? Someone just... Can you believe it? Why do they do that? Is this guy just going to stay here now? That's annoying. I hope he moves away. He's probably not going to move away, is he? Just lazy turd. Yeah, he's not going to move away. Right, so I'm going to prepare us here for takeoff. The fuel can come on. Everything else looks like it's ready to go. Oh, we still have an equipment door open here. I forgot I did that. That's good to see that warning system works. Close that. Tell the guy on the ground crew that we still have an equipment light there on. Okay, cool. Let's go to the before start checklists here. Lock brake set, chocks. Check the brake pressure. Yep, chocks can be removed. So let's get the parking brake. Oh, it's not set yet. I thought that was set by default. My bad. Parking brake is now set. We're going to go and request pushback. This mofo's not moving. Okay, so pocket brake set, chalk removed, FMC. So that's all removed. Takeoff is reviewed. Packs, we can go ahead and turn them off. Anti-collision light can come on. Transponder, alt off. Engine area clear. Low display unit engine. And we are Europa 738. Palma traffic, Europa 738 stands 62, pushing back and starting up for the taxi to runway 24 right. Palma traffic. Moron. Alright, I don't think I need this menu anymore, so we're going to go to the FMC and go to the LP nose right. Brakes released. And this will be the legs page. And off we go. We merge out of this idiot who couldn't be bothered to move himself. Alright, we're going to start number 2. Start valve open, and we're seeing N2 rotation. I can hear it even. Let's try and hear this from the passenger's point of view. Oh, I didn't even do the before start checks. Or did I? No, I did. My goodness. Alright, we're going to go ahead and bring the fuel up. Ooh, that sounds good. Start valve closed, and engine stable starting number 1. Brakes set.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
So once again, into rotation. The start valve obviously is open. We're gonna wait for about 25-ish%. Close enough. Fuel in. You can watch the valve swinging there, the spar valve. whatnot, and then we can hear and see that we have light off. Waiting for the starter to cut out automatically. There it is. Confirm the valve, start valve closes. And engine 1 is stable. 2 good starts. Bugger off already. Oh, there he is. There's the gear pin. Waiting for the wave. There's the wave. Cheerio, buddy. And we're going to go flaps 5.
Palma traffic with a 100 aligning to runway 24 right and departing
I don't know.
with a 100 Mallorca traffic.
It doesn't like me using my hardware. So we're going to set it. Let's just go back to putting the conventional flap switch on. I don't know why it doesn't like to. If it's a new thing. But when I use the flap lever that I have here, it does a lot of clicking. Alright, flaps 5. Watch from the passenger side, and we're also going to check the flight controls. And we're going to trim the aircraft to what it needs to be trimmed at, 5.6. There we go. Palma traffic, Europa 738, a beam, stand 62, taxiing to holding short runway 25, correction 24 right. Palma traffic. Okay, we're going to release the brake, the taxi lights on, do the recall check here, and blank the lower DU. Thinks we should go left here. I realize that you know, the frame rate of the stream can drop quite a bit sometimes. My internet connection is quite unstable where I live, unfortunately. This is despite my frame rate being, you know, pretty good. I forgot the RTO brake there. Oh, I was supposed to. I'm not used to using checklists. Just should have used the before taxi checks. Generator switches. AC, APU, bleed, packs, isolation valve. We can put that to auto. Probe heat is on, engine is off, flaps are set, trim is set. Flight controls have been checked. Recall has been checked. Lower display unit is off. Request taxi clearance, so we've announced it. Taxi lights are on. Runway turn-off lights are on. And TCAS, we can test.
TCAS test pass.
Palma traffic, Europa 738 turning onto Link taxiway via Juliet, continuing to runway 24 right. Palma traffic. I think it's important to announce your intentions, especially when you're dealing with something like this. This Link taxiway connects essentially the left and the right side of the airport. There isn't another one available, so I feel like there's always a risk of, you know, you're running into someone that also wants to use this taxiway in the opposite direction. So I mean, it says on the taxiway here, I mean the chart. So we are in west configuration, so it only talks about east. Oh, it says during west configuration, taxi via south, always continue along taxiway Link. I don't know what they mean by that, but anyways. Continue making our way to the runway. There's someone there at the gates. Still no ATC. Bit of a bummer. Anyways, there are taxi checks to do, so let's do them. So yeah, we've been checking the instruments, especially the gyro instruments, just to make sure that they are working. That's about it, really, according to the checklist, just to otherwise limit your taxi speeds. Slow for the turn here. Let's tune in. Did I tune in a VOR yet? No, I don't think so. So we'll do that quickly. Palma VOR. One 177. Oh yes. take the sky. All right, let's get ourselves set up here. That can come on. The lights can come on. And we'll let everyone know in the back. We're about to go. Let's just slow it down here. And Palma traffic, Europa 738, lining up departing runway 24 right, Palma traffic. Let's say we're cleared to take off. Strobes, transponder, one's coming or going. Let's quickly do our before takeoff checks here. We've done that. Before taxi, I mean. Before takeoff. Pocket brake, no required. Auto throttle is armed. Center pump says required anti-ice, cabin lights, light instruments, engine instruments, brake temperatures. Let's go to stop here quickly. I go with LNAV. Nav equipment, takeoff data, lane lights, runway turn off, taxis off, position lights, strobe, steady, transponder, TRI, traffic, button push, clock, start. All right, we're ready to go. Here we go. Take off. Bring up to 40%. Let it stabilize. Engine stable and toga. Here we go. Brakes released. For about 90.7 on the N1. Power is set. Airspeed is alive. $80 knots. D1 and rotates. We're off. Up to about 15 degrees. Positive rate of climb. Gear up. Let's come early onto the autopilot here just so that we can double change. Thank you. Early onto the autopilot so we can catch the last bit of terrain here before we cross over into the water. Alright, we're going to maintain that. I don't know what's going on here, why there's a disconnect. Discontinuity or whatever, I don't know. Alright, we're off. Wait till about 3,000 feet. Okay, and then we can bug up. And we can go flaps 1. Flaps up, VNAV profile. I'm scared that's going to cause problems, so I'm going to just go to it, just make it direct here. Let's just put the traffic rings on there. Let's just go straight to P2X. Up and away. All right. Checklists. Gear up, no lights, and let's make it, put it to the off position. Gear up and off, no lights. Auto brake is off. Engine start switches, we can put them back to off. Flaps have been raised on schedule. Autopilot is on. LNAV, VNAV is engaged. Runway turn off lights can be off. Cabin lights as required. I can't remember the transition level, but once that starts flashing, we'll know when to set standard. But for now, we can reset the barrow. There it is. Oh, it doesn't flash, but it's telling me 36,000 was standard. So transition altitude, altimeter is set to standard, and below 10,000 view, we're going to maintain 250 knots, which the autopilot is doing for us. Beautiful. Going outside. Cabin crew. And I like to release the passengers above 10,000 once you've established our climb attitude. Feet. The climb power is set already, obviously. And let's come off. We're going to do a pressurization check. And we're pressurizing. Passing 10,000. Landing lights are off. Seatbelt signs can, as I mentioned, come off. Thank you. Checklist. Center pumps as required. They're going to stay off because we don't have any fuel in the center tanks. Anti-ice is as required, which is off for now. Cruise checklist next. Yeah, we don't want this flight to take forever, so any shortcuts would be beneficial. So I think what we'll do is we'll just go straight to... let's do Miros. To be above flight 145, which we will. We're well on our way. I think to keep things interesting, we'll do like a general aviation flight when we get to Nice. It's a nice GA airport down the road. We can take off from there and fly to one of my favorite little airports to fly to, and that's, I think it's La Mole. La Mole, I don't know how they pronounce it, but it's really, I think it's like a very exclusive airport tucked away between a couple of hills. Oh, I wouldn't say couple, tucked away in the hills, just sort of west of, I think it's Saint-Tropez, isn't it what they call it? Just west of Nice. Saint-Tropez. Saint-Tropez. So we'll take something there. I don't know what we'll do. Probably the TBM, or we'll see. This is quite a fairly big island, I guess. Obviously not terribly big.
Palma traffic at South 2 for 1 ES5 pushing back onto the mic.
That's when I tend to fiddle with the electric pumps on the ground. I get an overheat warning in flight sometime, even though I turn them off. But today I turned them off a little bit. Like I didn't run them for very long, like maximum few seconds. So hopefully we won't get that warning. Why is my en route timer not working? Is it glitched? It's glitched. It's not showing the minutes. Oh no, it is. It's just in the wrong mode. That's weird. Oh. Oh, it's probably because I pushed this guy on the ground. Yeah, it's because I pushed the clock pin on the ground. Went to the chronometer. By default. I don't know if this is running or not still. It's running, yeah, it says run. Duh. Rightio. Let's just put this on progress. Might as well put that on progress. And off we go. 20,000 feet. We'll pull up the Navigraph here for you guys. See our progress thus far. Obviously not very far. So yeah, we're taking a shortcut, which is why we're not following the line. Going straight to Miros, which puts us into... I thought that was maybe... No. Another FIR, but I don't think it is. But Lumas, once we hit New Lumas, we are in the Marseille airspace. And we will remain with the French ATC if there is any, all the way to our destination. So yeah, there's a lot of military traffic here or something, or airspace, so you can, you can kind of see why. Instead of just flying straight to the airport, which is there, we're going to fly this weird semicircle. But at least it should be scenic. We'll be able to see, this is Marseille itself. And we will go and reach the Saint Andre les or les Alpes, Saint Andre Alps mountain range or whatever. There's some lake here, so it should be quite pretty. Making our way in. Ooh, excuse me. Had an early morning taking my car to the service center. I was hoping we could fly quite low to in this area. I think we'll do that. If there's no ATC, we'll ignore the altitude restrictions and kind of use it as like a VFR trip to the MUS via NDB, the initial approach fix, where we can then fly the rest of the approach. I wonder if we do have the transition here. We don't. For initial approach C11.0, so that's the thing with a lot of airports is you actually need to look for the second two parts, your arrival. Oh, they would actually give us vectors after MUS. Is that so? Yeah, vectors there. MUS NDB, vectors, yeah. Just keep an eye out for that. Although, isn't there a way I can just stitch that route together? So I guess this segment here is vector. So we'll just self-vector ourselves. Are you kidding me? Really? Who thought of that? Please proceed direct raped. My goodness. Anywho, forgot to do my personal check that I like to do at 18,000, and that's just the second pressurization check. So we are still pressurizing, time is still climbing, differential still increasing. Sorry, that's the differential. And we're currently sitting at about 5,000 pressure altitude. I would like to know what this landing dispatch thing does. I don't know what that's used for. So this is the new, what do they call it? The EFB? Or no, Universal Flight Tablet or something like that, UFT. Basically just a UFB. Was this the... Oh, did they update that? Oh wow, they updated it, because before it had the Google developer mode. Ah, okay, so we can actually, I thought it automatically went to the Navigraph mode here. That's cool. It's on the IFR high. It's on night mode already by default, which is kind of cool, I guess, but let's put it to day. Oh wow, okay, so oh, that reminds me, I need to remove the... Seems like it removed already itself. The Navigraph chart section thing. Alright, this is nice, so I can actually show you Navigraph from here. So departure, that's METAR and simple. So arrival, METAR. Cav okay, beautiful day for flying. With moderate easterly wind, so we could probably have a little bit of a crosswind by the looks of it. So yeah, here's our flight details. Europa 738. I purely coincidentally chose 738 unironically, even though we are despite the fact that we are flying a Boeing 738. Bet that could be a little confusing to some of the air traffic controllers. Current wind seems to be 310 at 83. So if we look here, it's a little bit less, but basically a dead-on crosswind from the left. Got a cost index. Our route distance is 418 miles. From Lipa to Nice. Apparently we're expected there about 150. Don't know if that's local or what. Alternate airport, not really a good alternate with some rain showers and broken cloud layers and thunder showers, so probably have to find another one if we do need to divert. I prefer diverting only to airports that I have third-party software for, so I don't really have many options in France, to be honest. We'll probably see if we have enough fuel to make it to Paris, but I doubt it. So here's the raw flight plan from SimBrief. Here's the chart section, so let's see if we can prepare and pin some of our charts. So it should be the Ablac 7 Romeo arrival. I don't see it there. We can actually pin it, which is cool. We're going to come in on 04 left Zulu. Looks like a visual approach. We'll check that one out. Initial approach all runways, and This should be a 04 Zulu runway. There is that initial this guy, I think, yeah. So we can go to the pinned section here. Yeah, I pinned quite a few things. This is overview. 04 left. Got a little bit of information here to read on. Both runways use right-hand traffic patterns, so if we do go around, we'll probably do a visual approach for the runway, so that would be on the right, to the right side. 44 left, visual vertical guidance provided by PAPI 3-degree slope on the right side of the runway. PAPI skyway threshold overflight of an A3 aircraft, so I guess that means we'll probably come in quite high, higher than normal. Obstacle clearance guaranteed up to 3.8 nautical miles from the runway threshold. This is the preferred runway for arrivals. The runway has a space threshold resulting in a usable length of 8,327 meters. Why do I not have... All my pin stuff isn't showing up. Oh, it's still at least arranged in... Okay, that makes sense. So here we have visual approach, instructions if we were to fly visually. Do not overfly the ground below 5,000 HL. Avoid overflying Nice. Normally low noise flying should be adopted near the coast. Would express test power change as much as possible. Limit landing gear flap extension to strict minimum. And if we were to come in 22, but we're not. Alright. I guess this is the visual approach here. Avoid overflying these built up areas. In other words, avoid overflying the coastline. Initial approach for all runways, MUS. We actually do have this guy. Oh, that's the initial approach for all runways, yeah. And the ILS 404 left. Okie dokie, so we are at flight level 340. We are in cruise mode. Again, I like to just do that final check here of the pressurization system. It's working, it's correct. We've got traffic off our right wing somewhere. I think they're a ways away. Yeah. Might be difficult to see them. Yeah, they're quite far away, so I don't think we will see them, to be honest. So if we want to go back to the progress here, you can see we've reached Muros and we're back on our flight plan. We are flying at a ground speed of 420, which is a bit slow. According to the FMC, we could actually fly up to 380. So before we do so, I don't think there's any air traffic control online. Let's double check. Oh, we do actually have an approach controller for the airport. That's cool, but in any case, we are above his airspace either way, so we're going to go ahead and see what the weather is like at our new altitude. We can go to flight level 380 if we want to. So, just for shits and giggles. So, the winds actually are a little bit slower higher up. No, not really. That's just because we're climbing. So 91. Actually, they are a little bit slower higher up. They are the slowest at 380. So let's go ahead and do that, but only by a few knots. I don't know the official way of changing, but you're going to want to do the autopilot, obviously, the pressurization, and I don't know why we're so close to the FMC in this view. And we're going to just put in the new one here, 380, execute, and to initiate it, I think you go Alt Intervention. That's one of the ways to do it. And now we initiate our climb, and the aircraft goes back into climb mode. And we're going to climb up to 380, where hopefully we'll get a little bit calmer winds and better fuel economy. So I'm going to take a 5-minute break again, just to get myself something to drink, glass of water or something. I'll leave you in the wing view once again. See if there's anything interesting to see out the wings. I don't think so. We'll probably see land from the left side. There we go. So maybe we can leave you on the engine wing view until I get back. Thanks again to anyone that is watching, and I will see you in about 5 minutes. I'll see if I can set up some ATC in the background to keep you company. With that, then we should probably head to the cockpit.
Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo, descent flight level 110. 6 Echo Romeo, descend 268, Canage 1009. Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo, continue present heading, vectors 140,000 feet. Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo, good. Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo, the outbound traffic, speed 2 at the left. 210 knots, Lufthansa 6 Echo. Arrival, good afternoon, Flex Malta flight formation, yes, flight level 130 to Zulu Hotel 407. Hello to Flex Malta 54 Alpha, right ILS approach runway 14, descent flight level 110. ILS 14, descent flight level 110, Flex Malta 54 Alpha. Right, expect around 6 touchdown. Copy Flex Malta 54. Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo, turn left, heading 170. Left heading 170, Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo.
Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo, we have a loud noise on your frequency.
Okay, 6 Echo Romeo, approach descent of 4,000 feet, cleared ILS 14, report established. So, cleared ILS runway 14, report Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo. Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo, reduce speed 180 or less. 180 or less, 6 Echo Romeo. Flex Malta 54 Alpha, descent flight level 9 0. Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo, you're established? Oh yeah, so Lufthansa 6 Echo Romeo. Dankeschön, contact tower 120 decimal. 23. 120, 230,
Right, we're back. Sorry about that. I decided to take a quick little lunch break. Got some food in me, and I have my tea beside me right now. And I'm just in time for the descent, it seems. So you got the French coast right up ahead of us. A little bit concerning to feel like we're, I don't know, it feels like we're a bit high. Anyways, we'll trust the process here. So we've got to be below 20,000. So there's no French ATC on live ATC, so we are compromising and listening to Zurich ATC. Drag required, shall we? Ooh, that looks dangerous. So we're gonna bring speed brake down just a smidge. Or out, rather. Why is the zoom stuck? Oh, that went quick, that flight. I can't believe it's already, what, like... I swear I started setting up for the first flight to Palma at like 10 in the morning. It's like 3:30 now. Where'd the time go? This is like my second flight of the day. And they weren't long flights. I mean, look at this. It's 42 minutes only we've been in the air. Less than an hour, and I think the other one was also less than an hour. Oops, I hear the engines are revving up, so no longer needs my speed brake assistance. Anyway, so here we are. Let's call up our charts here. Prepare the aircraft for its landing. So 109.95. And do we have a VOR? Looks like 109.65. Do we have it yet? Doesn't look like it. 42 for the course. Forty-two, and 4,000. So sea level for the airport elevation, and 4,000 for the final approach altitude. Decision altitude will be, let's take the more conservative one. This is a category 1, so let's take let's take 291. So that's this guy. .291, the ILS is there. We'll quickly check the weather. Wait, where is the weather? Again. Turn 90 at 16, still kind of okay, 1008. Oh crap, I need to be calling the approach controller soon. Let's go to LFMN 8 is 129625. completely forgot about the air turn. 129, 625.
Bonjour. This is Nice Coast Hazard Airport information calls recorded at 1130 UTC. Expect RNP Alpha runway 04 left. Arrival runway 04 left. Departure runway 04 right. Departure of 7 Alpha startup on 118.7. Transition level 70. West 090 degrees 16 knots. Tag OK. Temperature 16. 2.9er. QMH1008. Confirm on first contact information calls received.
So it looks like we're going to have an RNP approach.
Bonjour. This is Nice Coast Hazard Airport information calls recorded at 1130 UTC. Expect RNP Alpha runway 04 left. Arrival runway 04 left.
RNP Alpha.
Departure runway 04 right. Departure of 7 Alpha startup on
134475.
Foxtrot Papa Echo, we go direct to Delta Romeo.
Echo Delta Romeo, Roger, report 2 minutes before Delta Romeo.
Nice approach. Okay. Nice approach, Europa 738.
Europa 738, Nice approach, bonjour, descend level 140 via Star, expect vectors RNP Alpha approach on 04 left.
Down to 140 and expecting the RNP Alpha approach for runway 04 left. We have information, Golf and Vulture.
Correct.
I don't think bonjour is like the reciprocating thing to say, but yeah. It's also embarrassing because my name is very, very French and I don't speak a single word of French. Alright, so we're going to have to redo this quickly. That would be the arrival. RNP Alpha. RNB Alpha. Let's just quickly go.
Foxtrot Papa Echo, 2,000 feet. It's okay for you for the coastline routing or me miles below?
Fox Papa Echo, start approved,
we can still go
2000,
via
no
MUS.
traffic for the moment, report Delta Romeo.
Report Delta Romeo, Papa Echo.
Europa 738, New Squawk 6272, descend level 80.
Forgot to do my squawk. For Europa 738, could you repeat our squawk again, please? Sorry.
Yep, 6072, descend level 80.
250,
descend to 5,000 feet.
I didn't get that. That was too quick.
Europa 738, Squawk 6272, descent level 80.
6372 and down to 80, Europa 738. Messing up here a little bit. I forgot that there was ATC online. I mean, according to this thing, we need to be below 16,000. We're still very much on the glide here, or on the glide path, the descent path. Now I'm going to have to look up the How do I get out of the starred? Ah. Approach. RNP Alpha. Did you say flight level 80 or 8,000?
Foxtrot Papa Echo 2 minutes, Delta Romeo.
Foxtrot Papa Echo, clear to Sierra Bravo via Delta Romeo, Sierra Whiskey, Sierra Alpha, 2,000 feet maximum.
2,000 feet maximum, Delta Romeo, Sierra Whiskey, Sierra Alpha, Sierra Bravo.
Correct, QNH 1008.
1008, thank you.
I would have said the QNH if he gave it to me, so I don't think he gave me a QNH. I'm gonna tell everyone to take their seats. Descent checklist, or actually there's cruise and descent prep. So engines, fuel quantity, lights as required, center pumps all 40 miles before TOD, so we already missed that. We've got our ATIS, altimeters, radios, MCP, altitude, FMC, approach speed. Let's just use whatever default one there is for us. So we're going to use 30. And brakes 1. Localizer frequency ILS course is set. And complete FMC descent forecast. Now, I didn't do the forecast, but it's, I guess, fine for now. Gonna have to do. A bit late for the forecast now. How far are we from this thing? We're quite far, so I think we're gonna, quite close. So we're gonna increase our descent rate here. Also bring the spoilers out. Start decreasing speed below 250. Descent checklist, de-icing is required. Landing altitude has been checked, set, or set checked. Recall check. Radio altimeter and barometric pressure has been set. Auto brake is required. So 1 altimeter. I'm not going to reset it to local yet. Below 10,000, which we almost are. Let's just slow things down here so we can bring our speed down. We do need to be above 8,000 though. So that we just need to watch out for. Just gulping down my tea quickly. Okay, tea done. We're 250 knots now. We're below 10,000 feet, so the landing lights can come on. Alright, we're gonna start bringing the spoilers in a little bit because I don't want to go above 250. Any speed limits or restrictions here for us? Max 190 at Bisbo. That means I'm going to bring out these spoilers again. Yep, bring them in again because... What's this? Oh. Alright. Yeah, we're leveling off now. Hope he's watching us. Alright, we're going to tell the cabin crew also to take their seats. People know we're about to...
Europa 738, on heading 090, descent 5,000 feet, QNH 1008.
Left heading 0990, down to 5,000 feet, QNH 1008, Europa 738. Is it left? Let's go down here. Can we go down, please? Thank you. Let's go 008. 6,000.
Ah, désolé, si je vous ai fait rester sur le standard, j'étais en train de rédiger un message niveau plan de vol pour le trafic.
Alright, spoilers out about halfway just to help with the descent here. Just slow it down a little bit. It's like 1,700, I think.
Fox Hotel Yankee Papa Echo, clear to Echo, reaffirm Bravo, 2,000 feet maximum 1008, report Echo.
Clear to Echo, via Sierra Bravo, Hotel Papa Echo.
Europa 738 on direct Bisbo, clear near MT Alpha 04 left.
Say again for 738.
Europa 738 on direct Bisbo, clear near MT Alpha 4 left approach.
Direct at Bisbo and we're cleared for the RMP Alpha 4 left approach, Europa 738. Alright, let's see here. We need to be Bisbo at 3,000. So I'm going to assume we're cleared then. Are we heading direct to Bisbo here? What's going on? Oh yeah, right. That would help.
Europa 738, confirm direct Bisbo.
Hey, I'm turning Bisbo now. It's Europa 738. So this guy's strict. Alright, I think we can bring the spoilers up now. Below 10,000 speed, below 250, lane lights are on, seatbelt signs are on. Approach, altimeter is QNH 1008, localizer frequency is supposed to be... Oh, we don't have that anymore. That's fine, it's in the system anyways. Doing the RMP approach. I think I was a little premature of my descent here. So for final C123A, I don't have time to look for it in the game, but I'm going to look for it in my tablet here. 123A. There it is. It's the VPT Alpha. And figure out what the hell we need to do here. So 354, basically CGS. I'm going to go down to 180 here because we're not allowed to be above 190 when we cross Bisbo, I think. Right? Yeah, Bisbo 190 at 3,000. And I'm going to bring flaps down to 1. Flaps down to 5. Alright, so I don't need the spoilers anymore. I'm gonna arm them. So after that point, we need to go 354. Basically parallel to that like little peninsula, so parallel to this guy, we're basically going to go straight to there, and then until we basically intercept the localizer essentially. So we're at 3,000 now, and we need to be descending from FN0, so yeah, okay. I'm going to start descending here. MN04A. Should have briefed this before we flew it. We stay at 3,000.
Europa 738, number 1, continue approach runway 04 left, call me back 118.7.
Continue approach 04 left and 118.7, call you back on Europa 738. 18.7. Why is he doing this to me? Alright, so let's descend here. I'm gonna bring the gear down. I didn't see that this was actually going to... This is actually an approach that I can arm in the approach boat. Alright, I'm going to do heading select here for now so we can fly according to that.
2,500.
Europa 738, are you back with me on 118.7?
Affirm.
Thank you, on 04 left, clear to land, wind 090 degrees, 16 knots.
4 left, clear to land, Europa 738, thank you. Alright, so...
Fox Papa Echo, report to the frequency.
That BREF we're going to set here now. I'm basically going to just take over here. Just going to do like a visual approach here. Keep coming down on the flaps and just get everything else ready because I'm not going to be able to go forward. So they're like 353-ish until we reach the alright, there we go. So let's see, I don't have any idea what to do when if we have it go around. Fine. So we've done the... Oh my goodness, alright. I'm gonna take it over here. Alright, I think we can start, yeah, I'll turn. Or left. Getting a little slow, but I'm trying to catch up on the descent path here. Okay, we're not quite stable, but close enough. On speed, on the glide now. We are cleared to land. I'm going to do my little mental checklist here because I can't read the other one right now, the official one. Gear down, 3 green, flaps are set, and the auto brakes and the speed brakes are armed. Got a bit of a crosswind from the right here. Probably add about 5 knots to the BREF speed there just because it's rather gusty.
Roger, report to you.
Report when leave for Papa.
Approaching minimums.
Why? I feel like this glide slope is really steep. Not stable, and I'm not going around because I don't know how to or what to do if I were to.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
There's a little drop there towards the end. Okay. 2 reversers.
Papa Echo leading Echo 2 speed request flight following to Palma.
Fox Papa Echo, squawk 7 Tarvin, leaving controller space, 122 decimal 8, have a good day.
Squawk mode, VFR and VC.
See you. Europa 738, vacate stop and on 04 left.
Vacating next left. 04 right. Correction. Left. 738. I'm just going to stop it here.
Europa 738, taxi left, uniform Foxtrot, stand 16 Charlie.
Left on uniform Foxtrot for stand 16 Charlie, Europe 738, thank you. Okay, right.
Ministre Approche, bonsoir. Air France 3 de Papa Foxtrot avec l'information Golf. On request l'IFR to Paris Early.
Air France 3 de Papa Fox, bonsoir. Mise en route approuvée, départ Badot 7, Alpha, transpondeur 1000.
Départ sur Banane 7 Alpha, je crois que 1000 Air France 3 de Papa Foxtrot.
Air France 3 de Papa Fox, correct, rappelé prêt à reposter sur 121 décimal 705. Air France Papa Fox, rappelé prêt à repousser sur 121 décimal 705.
On rappelle prêt à repousser sur décimal 121 décimal 705 Air France 3 de Papa Foxtrot.
Trying to figure out where it is.
738, monitor ground, 121705.
121705, Europe 738. I don't think I can get to it. I think that worked. 21705. Yeah, I don't know. Ground Europe 738.
Bonjour, Houston 16 Charlie.
Continuing 16 Charlie 738. Why is my chart not loading? Let's see if the in-game one works. Report. Huzzah, it works. Alright, so uniform. Oh dear. Why is it not loading? I don't understand. Oh, there it loads now. Foxtrot. Alright, we're coming up to Foxtrot. So it's not too late for us to figure out where else to go. Let's try and find the parking page here. Parking stands, there it is. Let's hope it loads. Alright, Foxtrot 1 and 16 Charlie. Okay, I got it. I hope I didn't pass Foxtrot 1 already. Oh, I did. Shit. We're going to disconnect this embarrassment because I missed the turnoff. I don't know where things went or why things went so far south for us. Oh dear, and I should have my cell phone next to me and I don't, in case those people phone me. Yeah, they caught me completely unaware. Or unprepared, rather. Unprepared. This is why you need to brief the approach, preferably before you start to descend. I have we're basically doing a U-turn here, and we need to get to. Wait, hold up. He said 16 Charlie, right? Yeah, it's 16 Charlie. I was looking at 61 Charlie. Dyslexia much? So 16 Charlie. Yeah, okay. I think this is the way to go. That I think is Foxtrot 1. I've now had my head down in the maps here, charts here again. But it should be here somewhere. Let's just quickly go over to our APU here. We'll see if we can get GSX to wait for us at 16 Charlie. Of course, there's no 16 Charlie. Why would there be? So here's 14, 14. So either it's counting down and we missed it. No, it looks like it's counting up, so I think we're going the right way now. It was a little embarrassing. So yeah, it took a little long to get to the direct for Bisbo. Number one, I'm struggling to understand his accent. And number two, I'm used to the Airbus where if you put in a direct request, here's 16 Charlie. If you put in a direct request, it automatically, the LNAV takes over again, and not so in the Boeing. So I kind of expected the aircraft to turn towards the intersection, but unfortunately that's not what happened. I'm going to pretend we have someone guiding us onto platform here. a little while for the RPM of the blades to slow down. I think they said like under 25% or something. So I guess that's fine now. So we can kill the anti-collision light there and get everyone to maybe stairs. So chocks are set, brakes can be released. I can start opening up doors. Right, just because I don't have my phone with me and I really need to check to make sure that they that the phone call I'm waiting for is going to happen without me. I'm going to end the stream here. Thanks to anyone that may have joined me. I hope you found it somewhat enjoyable. If you did, please consider subscribing and hitting that like button, as it obviously will help the channel grow. For now, I'm going to leave it at that. I might be online a little bit later for another stream. I'm actually thinking of doing a... Oh, that's nice. What was I going to say? I was thinking of doing a stream from to Saint-Tropez in maybe the TBM or maybe the Piper Comanche, actually. Something along those lines. And then I'll jump into my TBM from there and fly to a general aviation airport in Paris. It's one of the handcrafted quote-unquote airports that were included with the simulator, or is included with the simulator. So I haven't flown there yet, and I'm a little, tired of flying in the Paris Orly. There's not much of a general aviation ramp there, or if at all. So it'd be nice to fly a GA flight deeper into France, to Paris more specifically, and where we can then hop into another aircraft, maybe an Airbus A320, and zip over to Heathrow for a busy arrival or something. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.